Hey, Okay, happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. Lunatic Wednesday. Wait a minute.
Anything goes. Anything goes Wednesday. Children of the lawn.
Children, how are you? There. I'm sure I should have it fixed by today. I do, kind of. Right. Theme song under control. Goes fading down to an appropriate level.
Good.
Production spot on. Alien craft off the starboard bow. And
We're going to have Darth Vader here later.
are we going to have him here? Is he coming today? He's not coming today.
Who, Booker?
No, Darth Vader.
David Prater?
We're talking about Prater today. I
can't
I gotta remember. Well, it doesn't matter. We have had some whack job shows here on the show, and I just love everybody that's been on, and well, almost everybody. There was that one guy.
No, there's a couple of them.
Yeah, but there was that one. You remember the one?
Yeah, I do.
All right, don't just.
Hey, Dawn Rankin!
Wow, Dawn!
Oh, we got to get you a lawn chair.
Yeah, we
you
gotta
are
get Dawn a lawn
definitely
chair.
a child of the lawn.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we do. Yes, we absolutely do.
Da 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 da.
Oh, I knew you were going to do it.
Had to.
I knew you had to. Okay, so let's see. What else?
Just like when, sure.
Yeah, if you're you got to be a, what do you call it?
Ray Donovan.
A Ray Donovan fan. I was never a Ray Donovan fan. And then when you see it, and
You were never, was there something before that?
no, but it's been around for a long time, and I used to see it on HBO or whatever it was, and I'd be like,
Well, we were like that
Ray
about a lot of things. We were like that about Ozark.
I was like that?
We were. We watched like 15
Ozark.
minutes, and it was like, oh, and now it's like we're watching it again.
We have
were like
started.
that
We
about-
have started Ozark over from the top.
We were like that about Breaking Bad. After the bathtub scene, we were like, oh, we can't watch this. Then
Almost
we
didn't
ended
make
up
it through baking bread.
Breaking Bad. Then we
No,
watched
baking
it.
bread.
Then we watched it 3 times, and it was like our favorite show. So we're like that about a lot of things, and then we change our minds.
Yes, then we change our mind. And that's okay.
Yes.
That's okay. So let's see what else. What else is in the news? I had a great time with Fader.
Fader's great.
He is great, and I enjoy my chats with him. He's a very smart guy. He's
He
ju-
is
he's
the
just
man.
what's that?
He is the man.
Well, he is the man. Yeah, yes, but he's in a sweet spot as far as the business goes. He's old enough to be young and young enough to be old.
Right,
Which is,
and
you know,
he's
valuable.
a musician and a front of house tech.
Right, in the tradition of our friend Joe Berger.
I bet a lot of you did not know that he does front of house for Joan Jett, right?
I don't.
He does something
I
with
think he
Joan
does
Jett.
that. I know they buy guns together,
Yes, they buy guns together.
but no, they do music.
We had a friend send them some ammunition.
Did we? Did that what he did?
Yeah,
did he
the
send?
hat.
Yeah, rest
Yeah,
in peace. the
rest in
hat.
peace hat.
Did he?
He didn't get shot.
No.
No, but Fader and Joan
If you're a
Jett
friend
are...
of John the Hats and you're watching, you know who you are.
Yeah, the hat was great.
He was great. He was great. Anyway, so what else? Oh, okay. Oh, well, I filled the requests.
Oh yes, we have filled the request.
I
We're
filled the
waiting
request.
for the group to
It's always an interesting thing to try to fill the request because I don't want to just go to the same old stock stuff. You know what I mean? If I have a version of something that's different, I want you guys to be able to see it. So in this case, I'm not sure what you've seen and what you haven't seen, but I know what you're gonna see.
I don't know, but this
And because of Fader, who should become a national, if not an international hero as a result of this.
that's right.
Fader's sending out the DAT machine. So those of you who have been following the horrible trials of Dorothy Luongo, the dreaded DAT machine.
There is no Dorothy Luongo.
No, there's no. She died trying to find a DAT machine.
No.
So I mean, that's just like when I had to go to the studio. You got to realize I have a box full of DATs.
Which, explain to the people that don't know what a DAT is.
It's like this.
But DAT,
Only it's different.
little bit of this, a little bit of
You
that.
got this, and then there's that. That was.
It's slang for.
It's
Something
actually
to
not
put the
slang.
music on.
It's
I'm kidding.
short for digital audio tape. And
Yes.
back before CDs happened and all that, after cassette, you used to leave the studio with a cassette, because that's as technical, as tech as it got. But then they had the ability to bounce down to DAT. So if you had a DAT machine at home, you could bring your stuff home in a digital format. Anyway, DAT was, I think it was, I'm not sure if it had to be
Let me ask you
Philips.
something. Just,
Please ask me something, right?
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but can they read the comments from Facebook if they watched it on YouTube? Because Kitty is having a problem reading the comments in here.
Kitty is?
Yeah,
Oh, it doesn't.
got to take care of the children of the lawn.
I don't know why that would be. What?
Well, if so,
what,
if she
what
went
kind
on
of
YouTube,
problem does she have?
I don't know. She said, "I'm having a problem. I can only watch.
Can only
No, I
watch.
can only watch. Sorry, but I am having trouble seeing posts in here."
Well, that's weird.
Okay,
Go
so
out and come back.
yeah, go out and come back. Reboot, Kitty.
What page are you in on? The
Facebook.
But there's the fan page and the friend page.
Oh, you gotta go in through the fan page, or you won't see anybody. I don't think.
I don't know what you'll see.
Okay. Anyway, the DATs, the dis and the
The
DAT.
DAT. Okay, so when we're making the DAT in the '90s was the first really digital format that you could take. That you could own. DAT machines were like $4,000 back in the day, but if you had one, it was cool. Anyway,
Okay.
what it meant was that I could take mixes, right? I could do a mix of any song that we did, and you've seen in the studio where you have all the different faders, right? We have our favorite fader, but that's not what I'm talking about.
Fader
you have all
is
the
a man.
sliders, right? And they all represent a different sound or a different instrument somewhere in the studio. And what?
What?
Did you hear that?
You what?
Are you hearing an echo?
I'm not listening.
It doesn't matter.
Should have put my headphones on.
What was I?
Why is
no,
somebody
don't.
saying they're hearing echoes
Where
again?
was I? Where was I even going with that? No, I let that.
You're trying to explain to people what a DAT is.
Right. Okay. Yes, I am. Basically, it's the first digital format. Like now, you know how you have thumb drives and you can keep digital stuff on there. DAT was the first, I guess, incarnation of that, except it was tape. Digital audio tape. So it actually rolled like a tape. It was its own size. It wasn't a cassette. It wasn't like a videotape or one of those VHS high 8 tapes. It's its own format. And for years it was the way that digital files were transferred, because used to be if you bounced from one tape to another, you would lose quality, but DAT was like. So every time we would do a mix, because on the original Vampires album we were going to have guests on different songs, we did mixes with whoever was singing the song, whether I was singing the song or John was singing it, and then we did mixes with no vocal.
It's basically like a professional cassette. Right?
Well, yeah.
And so you don't have to, you know.
Well,
use- It's
that's
tape.
actually it's a little smaller
But I mean, you
than a
don't have
cassette,
to.
but there's just the quality. It's like listening to a CD. It's the last version of tape, digital before they
Okay.
went to CD.
People, I'm reading their stuff over here.
Yeah, I'm doing.
Sue.
Where's my Advil?
Okay. You told Kitty to go out and come back in.
Oh, and you missed all that good
Wait,
stuff.
No.
We just
no.
gave away thousands.
No,
of
they fell asleep. Sue says, I don't see y'all post. I'm on Zoom via Facebook. And Kitty even went to her tablet. And Brenda said, that's what I did too, Kitty. And Sue said, oh, wow, I just re-entered via friend of Steve. Works better. And Brenda said, me too. I went out and came back in, then I saw more posts. And Pat Romano says, I have no idea where we're supposed to watch the show from.
Wherever y'all comfortable at.
And Paul Cooper says, nothing like 2-inch analog, LOL.
Oh man, I walk. It's very funny, Paul. I walk by 2-inch analog every day that I get into my car. There are a couple of.
They're
true.
stored where they're not supposed to be.
Well, no, they're dead. Those
In the garage.
I have those simply for archive's sake. But yeah, I've got a couple of 456s in the garage, in box. In the, the
Yes.
box.
Yes.
I should bring one in one day for show and tell.
Okay, Chris Chanel.
Yes.
Is it Chanel? Chanel. The one who named our Wednesday night show, Anything Goes.
Yes.
He says that he's got 2 phones. Some comments he sees and some he doesn't. I think that's because people are watching it on a phone and they comment on a phone, so you see the phone comments. But if they're commenting on a computer, you're not going to see them. But I don't know. That's just what I think.
I do not know. I on here on. Do you not see all of them on Restream?
No, you don't. And Paula Cooper says rhythm tracks sound better analog. Okay.
Well, yeah, tape compression. And when they started really getting into the sound, when the guys started getting deep with all the rap, recordings, what they did is they recorded drums at 15 IPS because there's way more bottom saturation, and then just dumped them out.
Oh, Professor.
Whoa.
Professor.
15 inches per second instead of 30 inches per second.
Mr. OG in the house tonight.
Oh, really? OG?
Yeah.
Oh, gee. How you feeling, OG?
OG, how
How's
you
it feeling?
feeling? Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, let's
Yeah,
see.
yeah,
Oh, wow,
yeah.
it's almost quarter after.
Uh-oh, so we need to open with a song. Anyway, I picked
Yeah,
unique
but I don't-
tracks to satisfy your requests. Stuff that you might not necessarily expect. So what's the first one?
Well, let's see. Is Mark Visconti even in the house?
I don't know. How would I know this?
I don't
would
know.
have to
You,
look.
uh-huh.
I would have to look.
Yes, he is. Okay. First one is a request from Mark Visconti.
Mm-hmm.
And, as usual, he would like to hear a Rat Race Choir song. Nothing wrong with that.
Never.
Great band. And he would like to hear Rat Race Choir doing 7 Rays. So this is for you, Mark Visconti.
So this is for you. That's number 3.
well, you want to know what year it is and all that, you know.
No, you won't. Yeah, 77, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But
Okay, so we
No,
think
wait.
it's
no,
1977?
it might not be. I can't. No,
It's
I
in the
was gonna play it.
70s. No, wait, no.
It could
no.
be good because it could
It's
be
got Gordon in it.
It could be 80s.
Yeah, okay. Gordon is on keyboards. So
I
it's
know.
not 77, not 78.
No, I have recordings from back then, but
Not this particular
not
video.
this particular one. So
Okay.
anyway, here we go, and here we go.
7 Rays. till he heard the seven ringing, till he heard. Now everybody ran like it was mine. And the problem today, it ain't security but the homemade day. All he needs is the seven ringing. All he needs is the seven ringing. All he needs. Well, when you think about your mind, what comes in your mind? Now don't nobody get uptight. Well, do you think we can put up with this shit one more night? All you need is just 6 more rings. All you need is 7 rings. All you take what demon lights, rhythm and choir, break the white light down. Seven rays of peace, 7 rays of peace. What really is seeking freedom, till most of it is seeking unity. Take all the living is seeking understanding. More than beautiful is seeking harmony. Take the 7 rays, just fine. Focus anywhere. Why would be? Why would be?
Seven Rays by the
Seven Rays.
Four Rats.
7 Rays by the 4 Rats. See, that's good. You got the safety mic. I have now these double mic mutes, and so sometimes I unmute the one that's on my console, but not the master. Because
Well,
you remember that time we were killing
Yeah.
that frog and
Oh.
you were screaming?
Frank Feeney, awesome in all caps.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, man. I tell you what. You know, I listen to this stuff, and everything that I ever hear, it's all ingrained in my. I could play it tonight. It's all ingrained in my DNA. If everything was in the right place and it was that, and we were that, I could do it tonight. I'll be out and I'll be listening to, we'll just be anywhere listening to music, you know, that's playing on whatever, you know, how they play music at the mall, which we haven't been
Yeah,
to.
we go to the mall all the time.
Yeah, right. But we hear, where is it that we used to hear, coming out of, oh man, it's true, Burger, Five Guys.
Yes, Five Guys. We would always hear Cheap Trick songs in
Cheap
there.
Trick songs, Eddie Money songs,
Yes.
and we would hear Toto songs, and then we'd hear a lot of Genesis and stuff that Rat Race did or whatever. And every time it gets to the harmony parts, wherever it is, in Rosanna or whatever it is, I remember my part, and I'd go through it in my mind as if I'm actually doing it, and it has that same kind of performance satisfaction. When I was just watching the Seven Rays, and Pat, you called that as your favorite, you know,
Rat Race
cover. I don't know that I ever even heard the original version more than a time or two. We knew how it went, and it was, you know, when I go back and listen to Todd's version, which I haven't done in decades, it doesn't even seem like the same song. I mean, it is, and it does, but when we used to play it, the time, it was like, it was to play all those complicated changes and just sing the harmonies and have it all work. It was like doing magic tricks on a stage.
All right, well, there's some comments.
Comments.
Yes, Mark Visconti, the one that requested this.
Yes.
Our child of the lawn, Mark Visconti.
Child of the Lawn.
Absolutely amazing and 1,000 times better than the original.
Huh.
And then Pat Romano, another child of the lawn. Another song you guys did that no other band dare to try to play.
That?
Yep, that. And then Pat Romano asked, where was this show, Steve?
And Steve went,
Oh, that's not the Circus one?
the what?
Circus?
I think, no, the Circus one was with Jack. That was, I'd have to go look. We had
And that wasn't Gildersleeves? It was Gildersleeves was with
no,
Gordon.
and I don't think it was Pinecrest because
no.
that's it's, I don't know. I'd have to look, to be honest with you. And
It was not the Pinecrest.
I'm not the best labeler in the world, but
Oh, have you ever played with I Want to Bang?
oh, God, have I ever played it with him?
Yeah.
Yeah, every frickin' night of 2001. And in fact, yeah, that's funny that you. Yes,
Yep.
you know when we.
But we already have another Todd
Yeah,
Rundgren
when we pick the
request for
songs
tonight.
for that,
so if you
when-
want to hear that, we'll have to do it next week.
You know, I don't know that I have a recording of us doing it like I have the one for tonight. But the story of that was, you know, everybody were on this particular tour. Everybody was supposed to do 3 of their hits, right? And so you know that Todd has to do Bang on the Drum. You also know he has to do Hello, It's Me. Mm-hmm. So, you know, if Seven Rays was even close to a hit, I would have suggested it, Pat.
Well, you suggested that Nas song, and was
Yeah,
that a hit?
Nas song. You're thinking of Lil Nas X. I'm talking about the Nas. Yeah, Open My Eyes. You said that Nas song.
Well, you know.
It was that was like
when they smoke the marijuana.
that was such a cool thing that happened. The way that happened that day.
Okay, so Richard Wing's got something to say about it over there.
He does.
He says, "Yeah, that was great performance. Thought it was an original. Todd
Oh,
Rundgren?
Seven Reyes. Yeah.
Very complicated song, and you guys stamp your brand all over it. So amazing keyboards. He thought that was an original.
That would have been Gordon. And it was interesting, when we did the songs. The history is what it is, so you can't change it, and it doesn't matter. And the songs that we carried over from once Mark was in the band, the songs that we carried over from Larry to Gordon to Jack, very interesting. Jack, I think, for some reason, I don't think he wanted to learn Thick as a Brick or whatever it was, and I think
Really?
Yeah, I don't think
Y'all didn't do Tull with Jack?
we did some Tull, but I don't think we did Thick as a Brick. I don't think he learned it, or I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, because it's out there in the rest of space.
I would not know.
No, you wouldn't.
I'm like Richard Wing, I would have thought that was a Rat Race original too.
Well, that's the.
No, I don't think Todd has ever heard their version.
And to be honest with you, I'm not sure if we had made an album of all those songs and just covered them our way, if it would have been.
Well, I think people would have liked that.
Yeah, it would have been.
Well, Sue asked, has Todd ever heard your version? I doubt it.
Of.
Seven Rays.
No, I think see. It's funny because I don't know, because don't forget Karen was all up in Todd, and something about Dave and her and Seven Rays and Todd.
Really?
No, is it no?
I don't know. I was
not from me. He hasn't heard it from me.
No.
Todd, and I'll tell you what, when you hang with Todd, I mean, if it's time to talk about music, you talk about music. But when you hang with Todd, it's about everything else. It's about
a lot about pot.
It is a lot about pot. There's a lot of talk about pot.
Well,
there's a lot of talk about. There was a lot of talk about digital software and the advent of the new ways of producing records. Mm-hmm. And then there would be some pot talk.
And smoking of the pot.
It was great. It was great. We used to call it a production meeting.
Yeah.
Because John didn't really smoke. You've
John
heard the John story. And Godfrey smoked once.
Well, Godfrey
whatever.
Didn't smoke pot.
No. And so the only people on our bus that smoked were me and Todd and...
Frank Feeney says, Weed Man. Yes, tell him about Todd's shirt.
Well, I wonder if I could find the picture.
Yes, Todd was a weed man.
Let me see.
And he had no problem.
I'll look for something real quick. He used to love the fact that I was getting T-shirts sent in suitcases filled with what we called stupid jerky.
Right.
They were air sealed, right? So it looked like jerky.
I was sending them from Slidell.
Is that where it was coming?
Yeah.
You're right.
That's right.
So,
I forgot about that. And I would drive across the state line into Mississippi and mail them so they couldn't trace it back to me.
Wow, the statute of limitations got to be up on. That's 20 years ago, right? So we're
over 20. Yeah,
and
you know what?
I mean, it was just. What am I even looking for?
Todd's shirt.
The Todd picture.
Yeah.
If I can find it, if not, but
Todd has one of Rick Rubin.
Every time we went to Todd, what?
I don't know. Pat Romano's saying Todd has one of the Rick Rubin shows, worth a watch. What do you mean, one of the Rick Rubin shows?
No habla Rick Rubin.
You don't know
shows.
what that means? Like the Paul McCartney thing with Rick Rubin? I don't know. Sue, your pizza looked amazing, by the way. Did you make that crust or was that store-bought? Gotta know, because it looked very professional.
Yeah, because we made pasta once.
No, pizza.
But pizza?
We made pizza too. We bought the pizza dough.
Oh, goodness gracious.
And I froze it 'cause-
Are you having fun today?
Yeah.
Good, me too.
Okay, good.
What am I looking for here? I don't
The
even
picture
know.
of Todd wearing the pot shirt.
Oh, right. On the Fool on the Hill. Yeah, this is a priceless. Okay,
good.
all right, okay.
So anyway, just like
God.
last week,
Talk about the blind.
we
leading
got the
blind.
pizza dough out of the freezer and did what the directions on the internet said. Oh, and she bought the crust. Okay.
Oh.
Because ours came out big enough for 2 children to have a piece. It was like the tiniest little thing. And it was lopsided. And I don't know, our dough just wouldn't stretch.
Todd.
Oh, but he said it's like the McCartney one.
What is
with-
like the McCartney one?
Rick Rubin and Todd. That should be interesting.
Well, I mean, let me tell you what. Todd is an incredibly interesting guy, and if you can carry on a conversation with him, it's a blast. Because when it's time to be funny, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to find this picture because it's.
Richard
Jermaine, I
Wing
didn't realize
says
we were going
Todd
here,
and
or I
his.
would've found
Steve, you don't need to mumble. We can
What's that?
discuss what people are saying while you're looking. Richard
Okay.
Wing says Todd and his whole persona is kind of avant-garde psychedelia.
Well, here you'll deal with this one to start.
Okay, Frank, this is for you.
Well, that's. Yeah, I'm trying to find the one on the hill, though. I don't know where that one is. Oh, we had a good
But
time.
now you can't see his shirt there.
Well, I'll tell this. Yeah, right. I'll
You
tell
know what? During the next
It's
song,
a
you
good
can look
story.
for
It's
it.
a good story. No.
During the next.
If I'm not, if I don't find it in this round, okay, I have to look in back in the day.
Well,
okay,
because we
anyway.
are going to play a Todd song for Sue.
Right. Okay. So before I'll look for it before that.
Yeah.
What was the trick of the light? No, what was it? Success story.
Oh, okay, yes. The next song on our hit list is for Michael Newton, another child of the lawn.
Well, Michael, I hope you're
And
firmly.
he wanted to hear Success Story.
Okay.
So,
Now.
this is for you, Michael.
Yeah, but I didn't just go back in and get, I have success stories, and it's like, it's cool now. I have this whole file of stuff that's been digitized that I can use on the show and go here and go there. But I also know how many times I've played what and so on and so forth. So I decided to go deep for you, man, because I thought that you would enjoy this. It's not the best recording of... it's not the best performance or recording of a success story, but I guarantee that you have never seen a video of success story exactly like this one.
Because
It's pretty much unintentionally isolated bass. This is the H string. This is, well, you'll see.
and it's
What, rehearsal?
rehearsal
So, yeah.
before the tour.
And it's, yeah.
Right.
All right. Well, anyway, yeah. So you'll have fun with this, and it's John playing an 8-string. This was technical day. We were testing out our rigs. We had all just everything.
Oh, and you had just added Chris Clark on
Right.
keyboards.
So this would be 2001: A Bass Odyssey tour that happened in between the Abbey Road tour.
Yeah, Chris Clark was the third and last keyboard player for the Entwistle Band.
And great, but not that you'll see or hear much of anybody else but Johnny. But success story like you have not heard it before. Okay, what number is this one?
This is number 2.
Number 2. Number 2 in a row, or but it's.
Oh no, it's number 1.
It's number 1. I don't trust her.
It is.
Ooh, it is.
You
Heavens.
don't trust me.
Heavens. that song.
Yeah,
I
not
do.
everybody gets to see that behind
No.
the scenes footage there. Michael Newton?
Yeah. I don't. Well, that was crew. I mean, on any of those tours, I mean, I have hours and hours. I'm sorry, I'm still just looking for this crazy freaking picture.
Dawn says, very
I have
awesome.
hours and
So are
hours
you,
of
Dawn.
stuff that. Thank you, Dawn. Hours and hours of stuff that I recorded on the road. I'm never gonna find this freaking.
Forget about it.
Well, because it's a funny story.
You know what?
Well, here's this picture, so maybe we're close.
Okay, anyway, Michael Newton says, fantastic version. So I guess, you
Yeah, you never
Did
get to
your
see it
job
like
there.
that. I mean, you know, the thing about the thing, and what I'm trying to bring to this record that I'm doing, that you hear me talking about with Deco, is I'm trying to bring the same kind of vision, trying to give you a view of John that's different than the one that you get all the time, even if it's from the John Entwistle Band or from the certainly from the Who or any of the various things that he did over the years. John himself, he was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I don't know if we had met younger whether we would have got on or not. I mean, everything happens in its perfect time, but the 15 years that I spent hanging out there were incredibly.
a lot of laughs.
Yeah, a lot of laughs, but far more than that. There were things that happened, things that I witnessed, musically, compositionally, that no one will ever get to see. I mean, no one will ever get to know that these things happened. And he was so brilliant. You know, when he passed, we were making the film on his life when he was alive. It wasn't on his life. It was supposed to be about, you know, a documentary about let's go back out and play again, guys. And
With
what
the
it
Who.
takes to
Yeah,
do
he was
that.
going to get ready to go on a Who
Yeah,
tour.
not with
Oh,
us,
as
yeah.
some of you might know.
And and we had, you know, the thing about John is he's not staged. He was never staged. He wasn't like. I remember the one or two times that I ever had to watch him deliver lines. It was like, what, you know, one of those sports guys that just should not, like Stephen Curry, that just should not be delivering lines on a commercial. That was John. If you remember back when E was first, you know, a big deal, the thing was you're watching E. That's E for entertainment or whatever. And then they started having, like, you're watching E, that's E for Sheila E., right? And so we had done an Entertainment Tonight interview, and the crew were all in the pub, John's pub, in the bar, whatever.
In his house.
In his house. And I said, we should shoot the bumper. You know, this is E for Entwistle. And John goes, yeah, you're great. Oh, meanwhile, these guys are now so, they're having like, I'm surprised they're not watching soccer. It's like, you know, it's like going there. And so they're yo-ho-hoing it up in the bar, and this is the whole E crew,
Oh,
the host, whoever the host was, a guy, and John's just getting them frickin' wrecked.
Yeah,
right?
they were English.
Yeah, English. Well, we were at John's.
I know.
So we go. So he goes, "Oh, great idea. That's what I wanted to say, Steve." I said, "Just you say you're watching E. That's E for Entwistle, right?" I said, yeah, okay, that's up. And so we go outside because you can walk out through where the bar is. We go outside, and the cameraman's standing here, and John's standing here, and perfectly they're going like this, right? Because they're so drunk. Right? So John, I don't know, John can't get it. The guy's cutting his head off. It's this and that and the other thing. So we finish the shoot. Everybody goes back inside, and I really wanted that. I really wanted to have that in my collection of stuff, you know, the E for Entwistle. And I remember calling up the producer in London. And I said to him, "Did you ever get the bumper for E Entwistle E?" He said, "Mate," he said, "he was hardly in it. We couldn't see him. They kept going in and out of focus." He said it was garbage. So,
But they had a lot of fun.
oh, but we were laughing our asses
Oh,
off.
okay. Paul Cooper has a little announcement to make.
Paul Cooper, please.
Okay, you know Paul Cooper?
Yeah, I do.
Children of the Lawn. He plays drums in Kashmir, the Led Zeppelin show.
Yes.
And he said, we're doing an interesting show. When Zeppelin first came to America, they opened on a tour for Vanilla Fudge. So we are playing a show in Pennsylvania opening for Vanilla Fudge.
That's
Should
awesome.
be fun. Yeah, that's great.
Well, you have to please, Paul, if when you do that, because Mark Stein is a
Mark
good-
has been on twice.
Mark's been on the show a couple of times, so you please have to say hello to him for me. And Vinny, I've known forever. I haven't
What about
seen.
Vinny Harrison? You said Vinny.
No, I said Vinny, the guitar player.
Oh, what? I don't know that one.
I don't know that.
Don't know that one. I
From
know
Vanilla
Vinny
Fudge?
Harrison. Is
But
he?
is he in Vanilla Fudge?
Oh, he's in the Rascals. Sorry, wrong old group.
Wow.
I got confused. Benny might play. No, Mark Stein would be the keyboard player for Vanilla Fudge. Okay, Blind Data.
Blind Data. I don't know who's playing bass though. Does anybody know who's playing bass? It used to be Elliot.
For Vanilla Fudge?
Well, for any incarnation of it that those guys did, he played with Cactus when Carmine was doing Cactus.
Huh.
Yeah, but Vince Martell, great guitar. Please say hello to him for me as well.
Oh, wow.
Um,
It's 7:48 and we got 2 more songs to do.
oh!
Okay. So our next song, song 3, but on your list is song 4, is for our child of the lawn, Sue Lacente.
Oh.
She wanted it anything by Todd Rundgren.
This is
So
anything
this
by
is
Todd. This is
Steve with Todd, John Entwistle, Alan Parsons.
Oh no! What did I do? Wait, no! Sorry.
Well, that was it.
I know it was it, but
Okay, and Ann Wilson from Heart, you know the lineup.
Yeah,
The newcomers might not, so
they're newcomers.
yeah.
You know what? One serious moment, newcomers, because we're a little crazy tonight, but I appreciate
Tonight?
the fact that crazier.
Jim Good is a newcomer.
Jim Good.
Yeah.
Well, whoever you are and wherever you're watching, thank you for choosing to spend your time with us. It means something.
There was a couple
And,
more.
It's whoever we'll get to know you if you stick around, and it's it's meant to be fun.
Elizabeth
man. It's just
Victoria
a good time.
Lennon is a newcomer.
Right, I recognize her from
Facebook,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah. So we got some newcomers.
So yeah. So anyway, so this all ties in, and this is funny because I played the first thing I played, or the second thing rather, was a John thing. This, in its own way, even though it's a Todd thing, is a John thing, and
Because
it's John. If you're in the Who, you're not like cutting up on stage.
unless you were
you know,
Keith Moon.
But it wasn't based on. It wasn't like being. Well, anyway, different mindset than the Nas or maybe Utopia. Anyway, check it out. This is Todd really having his way with.
Robert Wendell, another newcomer.
Oh,
Welcome, Robert.
Welcome, man. Yeah, this is. I don't know. Just watch closely at how John Entwistle reacts to Todd. It's priceless. Freaking priceless.
This is for you, Sue.
Here you go, Sue. Enjoy it.
Hello, it's me. just don't care. Sometimes I can't see all the way through. It's important to me that you know you are free. 'Cause I never want to make a change for
That's a great band too.
This, I think that was pretty early on in the tour. John didn't quite know what to make out of Todd. You know, I say that, then I think about Japan, and I don't think he ever knew what to
That
make.
was like the last night of the tour, wasn't it?
Not this. This was
No,
very early in the
Japan.
tour. But yeah, Japan was the end of the tour. That
Yeah.
had ended in Japan.
Following a loony in the rain. Oh, well, wow, this night flew by.
Did it fly by? Okay, well,
Right.
okay. And now, who requested anything by the End Whistle Band? Was that
No,
Frank?
no. We're past that. That was last night or something. Now we're to Anton Jutner.
Yeah.
And Anton yes, anything by, that's who had requested anything by the Entwistle Band.
Okay.
This is for you, Anton.
Well, I picked out something interesting for you, too. And it's actually two things. Two different things. And there's a great visual that goes along with it. This is the intro and the outro. And the opener is Horror Rock. And the closer is Endless Vacation. Enjoy it, and I will qualify this when we get back.
When a mysterious meteor crashes into a lonely junkyard, derelict vans and cars take on human-like life. The vampires suck the gas from innocent cars to feed their need for speed and drain the planet of all its fuel. Only 4 teenagers, transformed by the meteor, stand between the vampires and a world sucked dry and running on empty. part team, part car, all hero. The motivators must fight the night to save the day. So check your fear and get in gear. The vampires are here.
I'm just a kid with a bass guitar, burning illusion. Just a kid on a shooting star, remember the mission. Nobody told me that life up here was an invitation. Hope I get old before I die, my generation. All of these voices and all of these men running the country together again.
All right.
Yeah.
That was for you, Anton.
Yeah. Right? I mean, endless vacation.
Right.
Nobody told me life up here was an endless vacation. And nobody told me either. Did anybody tell you? Look, there it is. It says. That was an amazing. Did I just get a message or something? Sorry. What? I'm hearing bells going off.
I heard
I don't know
them
whether
too.
I'm actually hearing them or what's happening. So wow, we did pretty good. It's almost 8:00. We did good.
Okay, and Anton said that sucked him right in. So there you go.
Oh, did it suck you right in? The other night, it's funny because if you go a few shows back and you look for the opening music was the original Horror Rock, which I wrote the riffs to in 1985. And I didn't get to tell the story of it. I usually try to tell the story of whatever we did. And tonight I played Darkest Side of Night, which is just so typically John. We've got not one but two volumes of some Entwistle rarities, exhumed.
Some that have never been heard
Exhumed
before.
rarities.
Exhumed.
We have to, we got a couple of things to straighten out. But now that Fader, bless you, brother, is coming through with the DAT machine, wait till you hear what's coming up on these records.
All right, well, that
yeah,
concludes
so-
our show for tonight because Sue
And
wants to
tomorrow-
go watch the Penguins at 8 o'clock, and it's 8 o'clock.
Okay, so Sue, you please go ahead.
Okay, so go ahead. Who do we have tomorrow?
I don't know, it's you.
And tomorrow we have a guitarist for Trans-Siberian Orchestra, Angus Clark.
Angus Clark.
Right.
That's right. I'm going to be interested to talk to Angus.
Yeah.
Does he play with Al Petrelli, or we don't know?
We'll have to ask him.
Or with Ty? Well, yeah, we will have to ask him. So tune in tomorrow, you TSO fans, and
Sue
Well-
wants to watch the Penguins.
do I have her magnetically? Oh, all right, you are released, Sue. Go and watch the Penguins.
Good night, everybody.
If I don't see you in the future, I will see you in the pasture. Oh, look, this is almost working again.